It's Sunday, everybody, and I hope you're having a great day so far. This morning's blog is going to be complete with visual aids. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning with this brilliant idea. Now, first of all, let me say this isn't an original idea. This is a compilation of a lot of different stuff I've read and heard. And I was thinking when I took my walk this morning that I'd do a 2-day leadership training seminar for people who are interested in enhancing their leadership skills. And when I start off, I usually write a number on a flip chart or a dry erase board, and that is all the people that have gone through the leadership training prior to that group. And I tell them that they have their wisdom and knowledge along with mine, because I learned so much from the people that I spend time with, just like I've learned stuff from you guys. So I'd like to pass on some of that wisdom. And the second thing I'd like to do is I'd like to enlist your help. And you'll see as I kind of get into this exactly what we're going to be doing. It's something that I think will help on our journey towards health. And what I'd like over the next 4 or 5 days is your feedback, either on my Spark page or through a Spark mail. Okay. Here's what I'd like you to do. Visual aid number 1 coming up here. All right, hopefully. This is a square. Sorry, this doesn't look very professional. But what I'd like you to do is somewhere, whether it's at the top of a legal pad, whether it's on a sticky note by your computer or desk, whether you work out of your home, that you draw this and you set it on your refrigerator. I'd like you to do this every morning right after you get up. And the reason I'd like you to do that is because that square and the blank within the square represents the potential you and I have every morning when we get up. It's limitless. You can make your square as big or as small as you like in your mind, but that square represents how much energy, power, potential you and I have every day. Now, here's what we do. Visual aid number 2. If you notice, we start to fill that in. And we fill it in with worry. We worry about this, we worry about that. We worry about our fears. We have self-doubt, unresolved feelings, situations, issues, everything else. And slowly, one by one, that block gets filled up. Now, if you notice, what ends up happening, there's a blank space there. Let me get this over here right. And that blank space is the energy of the potential that's left. Look at it this way. Imagine that you got up in the morning and you owned a 6-cylinder car, and by lunch you were only able to utilize 2 cylinders. Would you be able to do everything you needed to do with that vehicle? Probably not. And if you did, it wouldn't be as effective as it would be if you were using all 6. This all dawned at me at 3 o'clock this morning. I woke up and I was laying in bed and I was thinking about, something a friend of mine had talked to me about the other day. And they asked the question, why? Why does this happen? Why does that happen? And I think every time we start doing that, okay, we start filling in those holes. Come closer. I'm going to share a secret with you. We may never know why. And is it important why? I mean, if you leave the burner on the stove and the curtains catch on fire, you know why the house burnt down. I'm not talking about that. But how often do you and I sit around with our worries, our fears, our self-doubts and say, why did this happen to me? And we invest so much energy and so much time that we know, whoops, I'm going to give you a completely blank page here. We no longer have this by about 9:30, 10 o'clock. We have this. Sorry. We compare ourselves to other people. Even in this journey of health, we look at healthier people running, in my case, running half marathons and marathons. Why can't I be like that? That space fills up. And then I'm wondering why. So here's a commitment I made to myself. I may never know why. And I am going to work very, very hard the rest of this month, and I'd like you to do it with me, to quit worrying about why. It's there. I'm overweight. All right. It's almost kind of like if I said, why am I bald? Why am I bald? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's some of you out there who, please don't write me with the physiological and medical reasons because I'm bald. I understand that. But isn't it about as silly as some of the other stuff we do? Why am I fat? Why am I out of shape? Why don't I have a lot of good friends? Why, everybody's got their own thing. Fill in the blank. Who cares? It is what it is. Now the question becomes, how much of this am I going to keep free to work on creating positive and healthy alternatives? So what I'd like you to do is for the rest of the month with me, right? Every morning when you get up somewhere, draw that small little square to remind you. And every time you kind of sort of feel like, a worry, a doubt, a self-fear, wondering why you're not losing weight as fast as like your Muffin Top Challenge friends or your 90-day push friends or your calorie killer friends. Those are all teams that I'm familiar with, okay? Just the heck with it, okay? You is who you is, and your situation is what it is. And as you start to get better, what ends up happening is you get even more scared because now you have some responsibilities to yourself. See, the one thing I'm finding out is that once you get healthy, it's a whole heck of a lot harder to start staying healthy. Not impossible, but it dawned on me at 3 o'clock this morning. You guys are lucky I didn't do this at 3 a.m. My hair would have been just all messed up. It dawned on me that we spent so much time and effort worrying about all this other stuff. Be you, be yourself. All right? If I wasn't real clear, and that happens sometimes because I get to rambling, thank goodness down in the left-hand corner while I'm filming this, there's this little thing that's click, 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 telling me how much time are these things to be a half hour long. Write to me. I'll go into depth a little bit with you. Hope this is a good tool for you, and I'm interested to see how it works. Hope you have a great day.